Uh, Alright, what's up guys? Brian here, and this is my Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor review for last night's event from Ring of Honor Wrestling. Death Before Dishonor took place in Las Vegas. So let's just get right into it. Overall, my thoughts on the show: I thought it was another great event from Ring of Honor Wrestling. There were a couple of good matches, some that are worth checking out. We saw two championship matches that saw titles change hands. The other ones did not. I'm also wearing, quick plug, I'm wearing my Villain Club t-shirt. I don't know if you can see it. You can buy this shirt as well as other Bullet Club merchandise at your local Hot Topic stores near you. So let's get right into the review. I thought I'd just throw that in there. So let's get right into the review. We started off Ring of Honor's Death Before Dishonor last night with the Kingdom of Matt Taven, Vinny Marseglia, and TK O'Ryan. They took on Bully Ray and the Briscoes, with the winners going on later on in the night to challenge for the Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team titles. This one was actually pretty good, a pretty good match. I believe I picked Bully Ray and the Briscoes to win this one, which they did. They did have a little bit of a storyline going into later on, where Bully and Mark hit a doomsday device on one of the members of the Kingdom, and after the match, Jay got mad, looked like he was mad, and then I'll play into what I'm about that title match coming up when I discuss that. But they kind of teased a bit of dissension between those three guys, Bully Ray and the Briscoes, mainly with Jay Briscoe. So, but Bully Ray and the Briscoes, they won last night at Death Before Dishonor, and they advanced to the later on in the night to challenge for the Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team titles. We had Marty Scurll taking on the debuting Chuck Taylor. This was actually pretty good effort by Chuck Taylor. Both men, really stepped up. And Marty Scurll, the villain, he defeated Chuck Taylor with that chicken wing crossface. Once Marty Scurll locks that in, there's no way getting out of it. So Marty Scurll defeats Chuck Taylor. Like I said, a pretty impressive showing by Chuck Taylor in this one. But Marty Scurll, once again, victorious. We had in a match that I can't even explain in words. You have to see it for yourself. It was a Las Vegas street fight. It was Punishment Martinez taking on Jay White. These two have been going at it for the last few months. And this was hopefully the blow-off to this feud. And you want to talk about physical matches as far as street fights are concerned. This one was very physical, especially near the end. I mean, Punishment Martinez, near the end of the match, literally almost killed Jay White. He hit him with a last ride powerbomb onto a couple of steel chairs, then the Psycho Driver, and then finally finished him off with the chokeslam on top of thumbtacks, and that was pretty much it. I mean, like I said, I cannot explain in words how this match was. If you guys did not watch Ring of Death Before Dishonor last night, I recommend checking it out and checking out this match, because, I mean, honestly, this was one of the most, like I said, one of the most physical matches I've ever seen. And, I'm just surprised that, Jay White even survived this matchup. So, Punishment Martinez was victorious last night at Death Before Dishonor over Jay White in one of the most, like I said, physical matches that I've ever seen and ever watched. This is one match I would recommend checking out on this pay-per-view. We had, speaking of talking about earlier, the 6-man tag team titles, they were on the line in the 4th match of the night. It was Adam Page and the Young Bucks defending against the Briscoes and Bully Ray. They kind of had some weird storyline going throughout the night of the Bullet Club looking for Adam Page. Apparently he was kidnapped or something, and he came out still duct taped, but he fought through, and that was kind of weird. They didn't really explain anything when I watched it. That he was what happened. It was just we're gonna the Bullet Club is looking for Adam Page, and I'm like, wait, what? When did this get put into this? But this was a good matchup. Young Bucks and Adam Page, they defended their titles very successfully. However, this was pretty much what happened after the match was kind of like the build-up of this whole story with Bully Ray and the Briscoes. Near the end of the match, Bully Ray had called for the table, for the Briscoes to get the table. They brought one in, and then Jay Briscoe would throw the table at Bully Ray, and that kind of helped Page and the Bucks retain their Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team titles. Afterwards, Jay Briscoe would yell at Mark that him and Mark are the baddest team on the planet, and not Bully Ray. And then it ended with Jay walking out and Mark checking on Bully Ray to see what was going on. But Bully Ray, Briscoes look like they're no longer a team, with Jay turning on Bully during that match. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next as far as these 3 individuals are concerned. Let's see. What else? One of the matches that I know I got wrong, I know there was a couple matches I got wrong as far as predictions. This one was for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. It was Kenny King challenging Kushida. This one was actually really good. I was not disappointed with this matchup. Both guys, brought their A game. Kenny King, looking for a championship, his singles championship in Ring of Honor, and he finally found it as he defeated Kushida to become the new Ring of Honor World Television Champion, and ending the reign of Kushida that has been going on since November, when he defeated Martys for that television title. So big congratulations go out to Kenny King on becoming Ring of Honor World Television Champion. Will we see a rematch between these two? I hope so. This was, like I said, this was actually a pretty good match. We had a last man standing match. It was Silas Young versus Jay Lethal. This was another match that I thought was actually pretty good. I thought it is actually worth watching. If you guys did not check out the pay-per-view, Silas Young, Jay Lethal, they hit each other with everything they could get. But in the end, Silas Young and Jay Lethal, they wound up going through both of them going through a table, and Silas Young would get up right before Jay Lethal was able to get to his feet, and Silas Young won this matchup. So hats off to both of those guys for putting on a great matchup, and a big victory for Silas Young last night over Jay Lethal, a former Ring of Honor World Champion. former Ring of Honor World Television Champion. So, like I said, hats off to both guys. What else? We had, let's see, checking my notes here. The Motor City Machine Guns, they challenged the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, for those Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. This was a very exciting matchup as well. Both teams, the Sabin and Shelley looking for their first ever Ring of Honor World Tag Team title reign. Young Bucks looking to retain the titles. I wasn't disappointed with this matchup. However, in the during the match, the Addiction, Daniels, and Kazarian, they attacked both teams. So obviously they're setting up some kind of thing with those three teams. But it was, and it's surprising enough that I know I said it during my predictions that I thought the Young Bucks were going to retain. The Motor City Machine Guns hit their double team finishing move and defeated the Young Bucks to become the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. So congratulations go out to them. And as a matter of fact, hats off to both teams for putting on a very good matchup. Which brings us to the main event. It was Cody versus Minoru Suzuki for the Ring of Honor World title. Cody defending the title. This was okay. I mean, it was an okay world title match. Cody retained after reversing one of Suzuki's moves into the crossroads. So that was pretty good to see Cody retaining it. But like I said, it was an okay matchup and an okay title defense for Cody's, I believe, his first title defense on pay-per-view for Ring of Honor. So, like I said, so that was okay. So that was pretty much it. Overall, my thoughts on last night's Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. I thought it was a pretty good show once again. The matches I recommend checking out: Silas Young, Jay Lethal, and especially the Jay White Punishment Martinez match. I thought that matchup. I thought that matchup was incredible. But yeah, like I said, my overall thoughts, I enjoyed Ring of Honor's Death Before Dishonor. If you guys did not check it out, I would recommend checking it out and judging for yourself. So this has been my recap and my thoughts on last night's Death Before Dishonor 2017. As always, I am Brian, and thank you for watching.